So I'm very happy to be here with all of you and to be sharing my experience of HeartThread and also how the modality of HeartThread could support you in your life because it's a very amazing process. And it came to me first in 2005. I was in Chevy Chase, and I had had some experience doing this process that we now call HeartThread with groups. But in Chevy Chase, I was not actually going to do HeartThread, but then Sunday morning, the people come, and you know how DC is, and it's very, very hectic and chaotic. And all of a sudden, we needed to bring in some order. We needed to bring in some real, clear connection. So all of a sudden, this angel John Henry was there, and I began to do sessions individually with people that had attended. And I remember doing a session on a woman, and she is, her name is Neri, and she is Brazilian. And she invited me to come to her little workshop space in Virginia and to do some HeartThread. And right before I got to her house, like 3 days before I got to her house, this idea that John Henry had been embodied and that I could actually see him arose in my mind, and I got his picture in my head. So here it is on Monday, and I see this guy, young guy, curly hair. I said, well, that's nice, So Thursday, I go to this lady's house to do this workshop. And she greets me at the door, and she says, welcome to the John Henry Lighthouse. And I went, okay. And she says, John Henry was my son. And he was killed in 1994 in an automobile accident. And this is a space dedicated to healing in his name. And she says, and there's a picture of him there on this little bureau, And I look over, and it's the same exact picture that was given to me on Monday. Okay, so this is the kind of interesting thing that happens. It happens a lot, actually, in this work. So John Henry is a once human angel. Okay, he's been in a human body very recently, and has had a string of incarnations, apparently, that have led him throughout time to actually try to figure out how we can heal more easily and how we can bring the heart into our awareness on a moment-to-moment basis so that it isn't about being loving, it isn't about being better, it's about locating ourselves in a place called the heart where love already exists. And that's the key to this work.